Hi everyone, it's great to see you again with a high spirit to learn. Okay, the lesson today is articles. We have a, an, and the. They are divided into two, indefinite articles and definite articles. So we will talk about a and an first. A and an are used before a singular noun. A singular noun, it means that the noun must be countable. A means that it is only one. So what is the difference between a and one? If you want to use one, it means that the number, you want to emphasize on the number. It is not two, it is not three. But if you want to use a, it means that you want to show a particular, a specific one. Okay. Before a singular noun, we need a map to find the fastest route to the gazelle. An assistant will help you finish your work. A map, an assistant, a and an. When we use a and when we use an. You can see from the word, if we pronounce it with consonant, we have a map. If we have vowel here, we use an. So how to pronounce it? Not the first letter. That's why when we have this, an hour, hour. This is each consonant, but it is pronounced like hour, vowel. The same as this, university. So it is pronounced with consonant. So you have a. And if you have abbreviation here, if the abbreviation has is read in a single letter, you have an FBI agent. But if it is read as, or it is considered as a word, so it is the same as this, a FIFA decision and an OPEC recommendation, like this. It is not too difficult to differentiate how to use a and an. Okay, now with the second. With a noun as subject complement, she looks like a goddess. It is a powerful spell. So it is functional. I mean the same function as to be. Yeah, I hope that you remember. Looks, seems, becomes. Yeah, they are related verbs. In certain numerical expression, number and quantity expressions, the king will not be in his palace for a couple of days. The god of this mountain is about 1,000 years. A couple of thousands, I still have a few, a quarter, a number. This is quantity expressions. Okay, the next is in exclamation. What a difficult decision, he may get killed for this. What a difficult decision. If you use a, it means it's only one. If you want to have more than one, you can have not in a singular noun, of course. It must be plural. What difficult decisions. Okay. Such a smartphone. Such a smartphone. It is multifunctional. Okay. Now we talk about definite article. It is the. The is used with noun that is only one in the world. The Sphinx is the giant artifact from Egypt. The Earth is the most inhabitable among other planets. So Sphinx, Earth is the only one in the world. But compare these sentences. Look at the sky. The birds are flying in wonderful formation. So the sky that we have. She is imagining a blue sky above her and a ladder for her to climb to touch it. So the sky here is different from this because the sky here is in her imagination and it is blue. It is more particular. That's why we use a here. Okay, the next is with noun that is mentioned for the second. There was a king who was greatly loved by his people. The king didn't come from the noble family. So, the king here, which king is it? It is definite because it is mentioned before in the previous sentence. The king here is the one who was greatly loved by his people. A hulking man attacked us while we were recording the king's speech. Less than 5 minutes, the police arrested the man. The man refers to a hulking man. So it is always mentioned in the previous sentence. Okay, the next is before a noun which is made definite by the addition of phrase or clause. The trees without leaves magically can live for years. This is phrase. The hair of this kingdom, this is phrase, but and then added by the clause. What I mean here is adjective clause. Who was attacked by the strangers could be said. That's nice. Next, before a noun which represents only one particular thing. The little prince visits his horse in the stall and took him for a walk along the river. In this case, it is a particular through the context. We can know that this is definite because of the context. We must see the whole sentence, the meaning of the whole sentence. The little prince, the stall means that it is in the palace, of course, because this is the little prince. And the river must be near the palace. There was a long tunnel under the palace that began from under the king's office to the cave under the hill. This is the palace, so this is the office of the king. Yes, we know about that. And then the cave under the hill, commonly a palace or a kind of castle was built at the top of the hill. So this is the cave under the hill. Okay, the next is before superlative. He is remembered as the wisest king. Though he was from the most noble family, he liked to get along with the common people. The most noble family, the wisest. So this is superlative. And then before ordinal numbers, first, second, third, he was the first person permitted to meet the king. When you come to the second floor, you will find the amazing pictures telling the story of each king. Okay, the next. The plus adjective represent a class of a person. You know that adjective is not preceded by the. We may not use the. But if the adjective with the, it means it is a class of a persons. People don't respect the noble for their arrogance. So the noble is the people who are noble. The king gives much attention on the poor's life, the people who are poor. The next, before certain proper names of seas, rivers, groups of islands, chains of mountains, plural names of countries, deserts, and geographical areas. The Netherlands administration consists of the monarchs and the council of ministers. The Netherlands here is the name of the countries, I mean plural names of countries. The two princes are being thought to survive in the forest. So the forest is geographical areas. But compare, forest is where we can learn biodiversity. So forest here without the, because it shows the concept of what forest is. Okay, the next. Sometimes we don't need articles at all, or we can call it zero article. When is it? Okay, with uncountable noun. Uncountable noun, it means that the count is not counted. The messenger had information for the king. Information. So, instead of uninformation, we use some information. If we want to have more, so we can use much information or a lot of information. Of course, we cannot use many for countable. Okay, the next He collects furniture whose age is 100 years. Furniture, some furniture. So remember that you have the singular predicate here because this is uncountable. But compare these sentences. A big glass of beer is not enough to make her sleep. All windows are made of glass. So glass here and this is different. A big glass here is a kind of a place that is used for drinking, or we pour a liquid into. That is a kind of tool. But glass, all windows are made of glass. Glass is material. Look at the second. The prince wrote the message on a small piece of paper. The prince is busy writing a paper as the requirement to take the next level of his education. So paper here is the same as this without or zero articles because this is a matter. But the prince is busy writing a paper. A paper here is the same as an essay. Okay, the next. Before abstract nouns. Loneliness is what the prince is afraid of. Humans are always driven by ambition and greed. Loneliness, ambition, and greed are all abstract nouns. So we don't put any article. Honesty needs sincerity, but a fake honesty may destroy others' trust on you. Therefore, show the honesty that comes from the bottom of your heart. So this is different when it functions as the general one, honesty, the same as this one. So we have zero articles, but you can have a here because it is more particular, a fake honesty, and there is adjective here. And we have the honesty that it is definite. We use the because it is followed by clauses. Okay. Before name of meals, all guests are having dinner in 10 minutes. Is the president going to have lunch in this small stall? So it refers to the name of the meals: dinner, lunch, breakfast, brunch. But compare this. The queen is preparing a wonderful dinner in the palace to celebrate her son's birthday. So we use a wonderful. It is the same as what I have shown you before. So it is particular because we have it in different meaning. It is not the name of the meal. It is to show eating like this, but you can see here the meaning is a wonderful dinner. We have adjective here to make it more particular. The dinner here, it refers to the dinner that the queen is preparing. So this sentence relates to the previous sentence. The dinner will be attended by some neighborhood kings and queens. Okay, the next. Before names of places, except as shown above, as I told you, the name of the plural names of countries and then chains of mountains like that. Everyone knows that Helen is not her real name. Helen is the proper name of a person. Indonesia has many historical sites of the ancient kingdoms. Indonesia is the name of country. So this is the same with America. If we use America, it is no article or zero article. But if you use the United States of America, you must use the United States or the United States of America. Okay, compare this. The Richards will attend the royal celebration due to their nobility. The Richards, we use the because we want to show the family. That's why the name we put S after the name, or the name is in plural form. The Richards mean or refers to the family. That's why we have their nobility. Okay. The next is before home when it is used alone. The prince who is studying abroad has already been asked to return home. Due to the pandemic, everyone works from home. So let's see, we have home, it is used alone. But people who have a happy home are able to bring up their children well. A happy home. Actually, this is not a real home, I mean the building, but it's kind of family. The home for the homeless is being renovated. So the home for the homeless, we have phrase here. So it is definite. You can use the in this case. The next, before chapel, church, market, college, school, hospital, court, prison, sea, bed, when they are used for primary purpose. Of course, for example, chapel or church are the places for praying. So we go there for praying. The students are joining some extracurricular activities at school. The activities of the students, so this is at school. More paramedics have been sent to hospitals. Paramedics belongs to anyone who should work in the hospitals. So we have 0 articles, but compare, the visitors have to obey the rules when visiting the sick in the hospital. In the hospital, we use the here because this is for visitors. Visitors don't belong to the hospital. Parents will be invited by the school to see their children's activities. So the school here shows the institution actually. It is not a place but an institution. So we can use the in this case. Okay, the next. When talking about means of transport and communication, the president visits Ireland by plane. You cannot contact me by phone or email. By plane, by phone or email. This is means of transport and communication. We use by. But if you want to show that a car is used, so you can have the president takes the car to visit cities. So we have the here before the noun. Okay, I think it is not difficult enough to learn about the articles, but if you don't use them properly, it can make anyone confused. Because, for example, if you want to use, I want to meet a man, I want to meet the man. If you say that I want to meet a man, any man, but only one. But if you want to say I want to meet the man, it means that a certain person, you and I, are talking about about him, or we have known about this one. That's why we use the So I hope that you can understand about the articles, especially how to use them. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.